As Zulgold trudges the plains of Durotar, the burden of his journey presses harder with each passing day. The shimmering allure of a WoW token, once almost within reach, now drifts farther away. Its price has shifted, settling around 320,000 gold, lower than before, yet still daunting. What was once a dream is now a delicate balance between hope and exhaustion, but perhaps this is no longer a trial of sheer persistence alone. Perhaps it's time to come to a stop charging headfirst into the storm, and instead study its pattern. The weight of this challenge demands not only just endurance, but insight. There are many opportunities hidden in the numbers, profit in the overlooked details, answers within the cold precision of analysis. If Zulgold is to overcome the ever-shifting mountain of gold, he must think, calculate, and evolve. After last time seeing the WoW token surge to almost 350,000 gold, Zulgold knew he needed to start bringing in some serious coin, and soon. He's really hammered down the farming aspect of this challenge in Durotar, and on the surface, this might have been enough, but maybe it's time to start dissecting the markets, studying the patterns, and let strategy shoulder some of the burden that grit alone can no longer carry. So I brainstormed for a little while and came up with a few ideas to help combat some of the analytics associated with this challenge. One of the biggest things that I believe Zulgold could benefit from is knowing if there's any patterns that can be associated with the fluctuation of the WoW token prices. In order to do this, Zulgold is going to need a large dataset of what the price of a WoW token has been for a duration of time. Something he doesn't have yet. So starting October 25th, Zulgold began recording the price of the WoW token. Now I know what you're thinking. Doesn't the price of a WoW token change throughout the day? If that's not what you were thinking, I don't know what to tell you, because Zulgold has already accounted for that. He knows the price shifts all day long, which is why he's only recording it at the exact same time every day. Listen, he may be perpetually broke, but he's not brain dead. Not yet, at least. So, between 9 AM and 10 AM server time every day, excluding Tuesdays, Zulgold has been and will be collecting data, meaning that at the time that you're seeing this video, this is what the data set looks like. Not much to go off of, as you can see, so I want to make some predictions. I think Zulgold will see an increase in price a few weeks after a major update occurs, and a slight decrease in price right before maintenance cycles. My reasoning for this is, if you remember, when Zulgold started this journey, the price of a WoW token was at about 281,000 gold at the beginning of September. The alpha test for the Midnight expansion went live on October 2nd. Then, in the last episode, we saw the price of a WoW token skyrocket to almost 350,000 gold about 2 weeks after the release of the alpha. For the maintenance cycles, WoW Retail does weekly scheduled maintenances every Tuesday from 8 to 2 Eastern Time. So I really think it's a toss-up whether we'd even see any changes to the price, but personally, I would want to buy a WoW token prior to the maintenance cycle, because what if something goes wrong? But only time will tell. The next order of business is to announce a little something new for the challenge. But before I let you in on that, to build suspense, I want to break here for a quick moment to thank y'all for all the interest y'all have been generating for the Goldbound challenge, and especially for Zulgold's adventure through this challenge. Your support means the world to me, truly. Every like, comment, and share keeps this adventure alive and makes all the grinding worthwhile, even the rage against the water elementals. From the bottom of my heart, thank you for following along with Zulgold's journey. If you want to see more of the chaos, the triumphs, and maybe a few, who am I kidding? Quite a few missteps along the way, be sure to give that subscribe button a little poke and turn on notifications if you feel so inclined. Also, if you want to check in on Zulgold, be sure to head over to my Twitch channel, link in the description, as always. I try to stream every weekday for about an hour or so, if life permits, so y'all can see Zulgold in action between uploads. But once again, thank you for all your support on this passion project. The thing that I want to announce is that I have put together a Google form where you can submit your gold making ideas for Zulgold to try out. I wanted to open this challenge up to be more interactive with you, the viewer. So, if you have a well-known farm you enjoy using, or even just an idea of a quick cash grab you want to see Zulgold test out, use the link in the description and fill out the form. I will also have a community post with the Google form link there as well. My plan is to have this form as a living document of sorts. And as Zulgold continues his journey and unlocks new areas, I will update the form to reflect these options for those places as well. I'm going to be doing this as a live voiceover because I want to hit 100,000 gold this episode. That is the plan. So, before we do anything, I got to do...
The stronghold of the Ebon Blade has moved to Icecrown Citadel.
I got to do the daily challenges. Not challenges, daily quests. I almost flew into the Northern Barrens there. Now with that finished, the next order of business is to look at everything that we have collected so far. And I'll be honest with you, it wasn't nearly as much as what we saw last episode.
Well, spit it out.
So what I noticed is that when I farm Essence of Water, normally I was getting about 1 every 2 minutes. Not amazing, but not horrible. So after about an hour, I ended up with about 27 to 30 Essence of Water. In some cases, I was ending up with 30 plus, but normally somewhere between that 27 to 30 per hour. This time, every time I did the hour grind, I was getting significantly less, like 18 to 22, and 22 if I was lucky. So just ended up with significantly less Essence of Water. And I don't know if there was something with the with an update that might have changed the drop rate on things, but I also noticed it with the gems as well. I got significantly less gems with every hour of mining than I have ever before. Normally I'm seeing these in like the 30s. So that I might have to look into the change logs to see if that's something that was changed. And if so, oh boy. Aside from that, I got significantly less herbs than last time, but about the same amount of copper. And as usual, let's get these turned into pigments. And now from pigments to Moonglow ink. Well, actually, maybe not into Moonglow ink. I just took a look at the auction house, and apparently the Glyph of Stars is not selling for the 85 gold that it was selling for last episode. In fact, it is dropped significantly to 25 gold. So maybe not that. It actually seems as though the alabaster pigment is what's going to be selling the best for us. As we can see, it's currently going for about 5 gold each, while this is going for about 9 gold. And it takes 2 alabaster pigment to make 1 Moonglow ink. So it's kind of negligible whether or not we take the time to transfer them into Moonglow. But let's check the auction house just to be sure.
You buy it.
Alabaster pigment, 8 gold currently. Moonglow ink, 9 gold. So it is more beneficial to just leave this as alabaster pigment.
If you ever need any.
So I guess where I said last episode that the price is not going to tank anytime soon was cruel misjudgment.
Yeah? What do you
So
want?
with that, we'll just sit with a couple alabaster pigment in the bank. Or sorry, a couple Moonglow pigment in the bank. A couple there we go. And now to smelt our copper.
Catch on the foot.
Well, actually, maybe it would be a smarter idea to take a look at how much copper ore is selling versus copper bars. Supposedly, copper ore is actually selling for more. Well, maybe.
Have a good one.
Let's take a look at the auction house. I know how to spell, don't worry. Copper bars are going for 4 gold and 32 silver. Copper ore is going for 4 gold even. So I guess we're moving them all to
That's it. I got mouths to feed.
copper bars. Or, you know what? We'll make a compromise and do half copper bars, half ore, just to be safe. And with that, we have half of our copper turned into copper bars and the other half still as ore. So I think now it's a good time to start listing all of these things on the auction house. well, that's interesting. I'm going to still list these at 4 gold because I'm not taking that big of a cut. That's also interesting. We'll list these at 3 even. Unfortunately, these just don't sell. Not well, at least. 110,000 linen cloth? That is insane. And these have gone, everything has gone down in price. I'm starting to get a little concerned on what is happening here. Right, these are still at 8, but I want to make sure that Moonglow hasn't changed at all. Okay, so... no, it's fine. Alright.
Glad I could help.
Oh, I forgot the Essence of Water. You know, the most important one. Which has also come down in price. Very interesting. Now, if we take a look at the auctions, we have over 100,000 worth of gold currently put on. Well, we should probably exclude this one. Okay, we have 17,869 gold worth of gold posted on here. I will also put these on here, but I don't think they're going to sell. And then this is soulbound, so I cannot sell that, but I might be able to sell what's in there.
Can I lighten that coin purse up for you?
Well, this will sell, maybe.
Can I interest you in a payment plan?
And now with the magic of editing, I will see y'all when things have sold. Alright, so it's been some time, and now we should see, hopefully, enough money to get us to 100,000. Ooh, that's pretty close. I think it's just right under, though. Oh man, just shy of 100,000. But I think I can get that in Ragefire Chasm. And with that, we've finally hit the 100,000 mark of gold. I am so excited to see that in the bags. And so, Zulgold finally crosses the long-awaited threshold of 100,000 gold in his pockets. But he's not out of the woods yet. Even as his coin purse swells, the world around him begins to shift. Prices for common goods are falling fast, and Azeroth's economy feels uneasy with the whispers of a quiet recession starting. The ores and herbs that Zulgold has held onto as a lifeline through this challenge might just be his downfall. Will he catch a lucky break, or will Azeroth's economy bring him down with it?